And Lina likes him as well, as
And
in
Lina.
any mid lane hero that you rotate towards. Clockwork is very good at rotations. He usually starts with a mobility item, beat boots, beat windlays. So in terms of securing the runes, he's pretty solid. Batrider though is a bit of a nuisance to you because it is not really a hero that you can lock down for long until you're level 6.
Yeah, until the level 6 hits. But yeah, that's the thing that they kind of have to worry about, at least in terms of how much XP do we give to our mid laner, since we don't want to be there too early on. If the Spat Rider is being a problem, then like we kind of saw with the Ember matchup, that the movements you're putting in there might sack XP, slowing down those level 6s from some of your heroes. But if this does end up being a core Clockwork, maybe they can get the hero online a bit earlier. However, we do get the Pangolier for Unity. So Pango and Clock together, they might have a bit of anti-synergy, but when you're looking at the lineup they're going against, they fit in. So they fit in very nicely with their individual skill pools.
True, but I don't think you want to lane them together. So I
You
think
don't.
it's getting kind of clear to Spawn that Unity is gonna play a 5 Clockwork. They go for a Bane again. They saw how strong it was in the previous game to crush the Pango in the lane, and now Unity is gonna have to adjust. They have to get something that is somewhat gonna secure the lane for the Pango. Lina is pretty much self-sufficient. She doesn't need much help.
So we go for the Tiny as well for Spawn.
10 seconds to pick.
Looks like our second support in terms of Bane. Tiny could be our support duo for Spawn, making Lesh and Bat just miss out on one extra core. So if you already have Lesh kind of providing a lot of everything, and then you have Bat for single target focus and vision, would you just go for a, I don't know, maybe something like a life stealer if you want to go for carry. But if you go for the offlane hero choice, there's still a plenty of them, because the only offlanes that are actually banned are Brood, Marcy, Lycan, Beast, and the Tusk. So there's still a plenty of them available.
Only 10 seconds.
Yeah, there are a ton of offlaners you could go for. Also, Batrider and the Lesh both lane pretty well with the Tiny. I think Unity is in a very uncomfortable position now with the bans. You don't know what to get rid of. Maybe they'll just get rid of the Pugna, though I doubt it. I think one of the reasons why you pick this Clockwork is so you don't have to waste a ban onto Pugna. Even in the laning phase, the Clockwork is a big nuisance to the hero.
Yeah, I agree that Unity are missing quite a lot of things in their draft, so it's a bit of a gamble. Not an option they want to take. At least their lanes are looking somewhat strong. But what do you do after? Like, are you relying more on the split push? Are you looking for pickoffs? Are you maxing it out on the team fight? Spawn team already has pretty much everything of that. Unity, they at least have a lot of stuns on their team that can make things a bit easier for them. We just need somebody who actually capitalizes off of all those stuns.
I mean, it's good that Unity Gaming do have the last pick, because it would be, if they didn't have it, it would be very hard for them to get the right hero. You would maybe get something that lanes well against the Batrider, then they swap it to the mid lane, get something that destroys you in the lane, and kind of the purpose of your hero falls flat. So I think they're going to be making their decision once they know exactly what Spawn want to go for. I still believe Spawn, with the success they had in the previous game, that they would probably like to put the heroes at the same positions. And considering the bans of Unity Gaming, they feel the same way. It's a Pugna again.
A lot of same heroes from the last game for Spawn. Not really changing too much in their game plan. They're like, if this works, we'll just continue going with it. Don't try to fix something that's not broken, eh?
Yep. So what do you go for here? A BKB, an early BKB builder is something that you want. You don't want to go for illusion-based heroes.
Slark Jug is what I was thinking for a bit, but they're gonna go for Primal Beasts. So what does that mean for Unity then?
Carolina?
Night Pango, Xiaoyu, Primal Beast, Carolina?
Yep. That's actually cool. Is it gonna be a Maelstrom Lina? Maelstrom BKB
I'm thinking
Lina?
Maelstrom Lina, yeah. Like that was something that we discussed with Fear during the last chance qualifiers when VTune from Navi would go for a Maelstrom on the Lina. he was thinking on the sidelines of that. This was like off stream where we were discussing. He said like he really likes the theory crafting that VTune was going for. And when we got that Maelstrom, Lina instantly went for an ultra kill after that. So it was like it totally works out really nicely. So I would absolutely love to see a Maelstrom build up on this Lina and see what MKS can come up with.
Yeah, I remember he even had something like, I think there was a tweet like, I hope I have the courage like VTune to go for this in my pubs or something along those lines.
Yeah.
It actually works out. Yeah, I remember. And I remember the game. It actually does make a lot of sense. The Batrider was picked because it can be a problem to the Lina. You pick a Tiny as well as a potential hero to rotate. You try to crush the Lina in the laning phase, and this hero, it can catch up, but it is not the same if you are if you're on the receiving end. Now it's gonna be Lina laning with the Clockwork into a Pugna Tiny. Luckily for the Pugna, he has a strong laner like a Tiny. If he had something weaker, it would be a problem. In Unity Gaming, they've completely swapped things out. The only thing I'm afraid of is the Pango being crushed by the Bat, but considering that it's a Lina Clockwork lane, Tiny cannot rotate, so I think it's gonna be relatively equal. So Unity Gaming, what they went for here is to survive the laning phase and then be stronger once the early mid game comes. And I think it's actually the right approach. They have found a way to at least not get crushed. It doesn't mean that they will be getting the victory though.
Most important here is for Unity Gaming to start scoring some points as well. They already do have a series victory under their belts, but they would love to tie this one up and keep on racking up those points. Considering that Army Geniuses also tied up a series against Neon Atomic. Atomic also tied up their second series too.
Are you ready to
If you
rumble?
can get more and more of those points, in terms of if we're going to see a lot of draws during this Pro Series, the battle for elimination and upper and lower bracket is going to get really, really hot. Probably in a week. We're still at the very start of this one, so we still have 1.5 weeks of action until we can start defining and locking in teams.
And when I saw Spawn's lineup, I was like, okay, I know Womi, I know Jacroy, Dalal, I've seen him play a little bit, but overall, it's a very new lineup, you know, and I didn't know what to expect from them, but they're surprising me quite nicely. They had games where they started off badly and they still came back. There are games when they crushed the early game and then they just continued rolling over their opponents. So I think now is gonna be the real deal, because Unity Gaming, they saw what they're up against last time around. If Spawn wins against them right now, they will be looked at as one of the teams to beat in this tournament, because Unity Gaming, they're coming in with some hot names.
I would agree. I would see both of these teams have a heavy amount of potential. I guess Spawn might be a bit of a I wouldn't say wild card, but you don't want to say anything about them just quite yet. Like, they can have a great start,
Yep.
they can fall flat, or they struggle and get better later on during the tournament. And we just want to see and watch and enjoy. You know, I think that's the most biggest part of the experience that we can actually get, is to see these players play out, play their hearts out, and see if we can see a lot of good team fight connections or individual performances like we just saw from Jacroy in last game. Those are the things that will catch people's attention. Start making a name for yourself.
Yep. So the early smoke used only for vision. I guess the Batrider wants it there to have a good ward on the high ground, but overall it's not that big of a deal. This lane is still gonna be relatively equal, with Pango coming out ahead in CS, and then as Batrider gets more levels, the Pango will have to stay away a bit more, so the Batrider will equalize or potentially kill the Pango if Pango is not careful. So but still, Spawn, I don't really think they were hoping to find any kills with that early smoke. It was just a ward one.
Good old classic warding run. Both of the camps are blocked on the bottom half of the map. Gonna see a bit of a scuffle here at the bottom bounty rune. Lush stun has been dodged. I believe that also diffuses the situation. Law on MKS. Also on the run away from Dalol and Womi. Womi, when we've already seen some of that Grandmaster Pugna gameplay, has been fun to watch how much activity he can draw towards him and still play around it. Like, I see that experience he accumulated with the Army Geniuses lineup. I wouldn't say he was the star player necessarily, but a very, very capable talent. Let's put it that way. So probably the experience is also outshining to the players he's playing with now.
Yep. He is definitely bringing a lot to the table here, and I'm actually happy that it is working out. Because when I saw the lineup, firstly, I was like, are they gonna be able to fight against some of these other teams? And they've
You're not the only
they've proven that they can't fight. Yeah, they've proven that they can fight for sure.
Looking at we could jump into the mid lane, for example, for a bit here. Looking at the Pango, starting off with a stick, of course, against the Bat Rider. Gotta have it. Would be a mistake not to have a stick if the Bat Rider opposing you and you don't. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks. The entire team has grabbed 1.
Yeah, stick is just such a great item right now, considering that the careers are so slow when they're bringing you out the region. You need that a little bit extra in the lanes, and spamming out spells is just something people do currently in lanes, securing the creeps, putting out some harassment, going through region. The sticks just helps you quite a lot with it, especially against the lineup like Spawn, where they're constantly just spamming.
Yeah, and the whole irony of it as well, the heroes who are spamming the spells the most don't have any. Oh, Knights. 10 napalm stacks already is a lot of damage from Poda. So it is the Bat and the Pugna who don't have a stick, but everybody else does, and Rubik even upgraded straight up to a magic wand. Playing the Lesh lane and the Bane, so these also will accumulate some stacks very fast. There is a Pugna in trouble, though. Top lane, a big battle. Delol with Law inside the cogs. Womi able to juke MKS. MKS still pretty low here. Delol's about to fall, and Womi will get the trade-off. So MKS first blood, but the carry killed. Womi might be following suit as well. Juking around Law. Goes for the explosion. The stick charges. Will keep him alive. Womi doesn't have it. He's gonna go for the tower. Screw you.
I mean, you know, it's...
That is a bit of running away with your middle finger in the air, like, haha.
But you still die.
But you still die. You know. Okay, maybe we can add into the point where he's like, he's running away, he turns his head to the back, he's laughing, and then he runs into a street lamp.
Yeah, yeah, that would be a good way to see it, but still, nice juking around the trees from Womi. That could have ended up much worse if he died first. The Tiny wouldn't have been able to finish off the Lina, so beautifully done overall.
One thing that I like about this this lane setup for Spawn is you have the Bane versus the Primal Beasts, so you can just Nightmare whenever you see the trample go off. Since the stun durations from both the Onslaught and the Telekinesis are very, very short, you only get a few instances of trample through, which is probably the scariest ability in this entire lane. And with Nightmare, you can just counteract it completely. MKS gonna get blown up.
He stood his ground quite strong there.
There's a Mango up on Womi. Law, Battery Assault. Is he fast enough to grab the Tiny? Yes, he's got the movement speed, but in the creep wave, is he going to stay there? Oh, he gets blocked as well. And Womi, he's hungry for blood. Got a Mango ready, and there we go. They get another one for them. MKS, he wants to go for the cleanup crew. 6 stacks up on his passive. We'll finish off the lull and leave Womi intact as he's got creeps to hit.
The Tiny with 0 armor is always going to be having a bad time against the Lina. That's just how it is, though. He does take a lot of damage, but still killing the Lina already twice in this lane, I think you're going to be more than happy. A Lina Clockwork lane.
Roy will go down.
He didn't have the sleep.
Yep. The cooldown is simply too long. You got 24 seconds on Nightmare. You got 27 seconds on Trample. If you don't land it perfectly, Trample might be off cooldown faster than the Nightmare is. And he didn't have the mana for it either. Plus the distance. Good read there. Poda dropping very low. Forced to use the Firefly with only 2 napalm stacks on Pango. So Knight's very happy with this.
The lane is going much better for him this time around. And he even uses the glyph there to make sure that Poda doesn't secure these creeps.
All the way to the tier 2 tower. Delol, does he get the toss?
He doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it. Guess they've been fighting so much that he's gone for 2 points in Avalanche and the tree, instead of having that one value point in toss. If he was able to toss the Pango into the tier 2 tower, that would have been a certain kill. That tier 2 tower is a scary thing early on in the game.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. I was like, okay, Knight is dead, and then I remembered he went for 2 points in the Avalanche just to be able to secure the Nether Blast, one of the Nether Blast to connect and do as much damage as possible. But now he's level 4, so next time around, Pango gets an idea like that, it's not gonna be ending up so nicely for him.
Yeah, and I think Pango also kind of realized that, like, hey, he doesn't actually have toss. He could have done it already. Remember that one game where we saw a pre-bounty fight happen at a tier 3 tower when they were about to dive, and Juggernaut took 2 hits from the tier 3 tower and he went down to 50%. That was some time ago, but I will remember that because that was like when you understand how hard these towers actually hit. Especially when you're level 1, Pugna gonna be in trouble though. They've got another ward down. Delol's gonna be there. They're gonna finish off the ward first before the rest. And MKS just throwing these right clicks, pummeling the Pugna, and could turn around to the Tiny with no armor. He's committing to this. They want this kill. They might be able to get it. The toss is down, but the LSA stun. MKS interrupts, and Womi, another raindrop gonna be burnt out. MKS, he will get the kill onto Law, and MKS will live, but it is again a 1-for-1 trade.
The Clockwork thought that the infused raindrop was gonna be cooling off, and it didn't. So it didn't pop there. That's why he died. He would have survived, and it most likely would have ended up in the Pugna dying, or at least he would have been alive right now. So a bit of unfortunate there for him. A half a second was what killed him.
Oh, Primal Beast. So close, but 3 points. Diabolic Edict. Jacroy skipping his Lightning Storm completely for the second game in a row. And these edicts are just... these are just poison.
Yep, they definitely are. He also had a nice ward there on the high ground, so the rotation from the Rubik isn't gonna take his life. I think Unity Gaming right now, they're starting to shake, but because of the Lesh, but it's still not that big of a deal. He's not having that bit of a game.
Now Zhao Yu getting the rotation to the top lane as Womi is gonna take the brunt of this trample. The lull. Keeping him away with the Avalanche. Teleport away. Bye-bye.
You could see MKS's positioning there. It was quite good because he knew that he didn't have the stun. They already used the onslaught, no pulverize on the Primal Beast, so he had to keep himself away because the Pugna turnaround could have killed the Lina. But because he kept himself away, once he got his stun, the Pugna was already out. Found a spot in the trees and just TP'd away.
We're already loading up the stun, trying to catch Law on the way. No cogs getting farmed though. Creeps are griefing a bit, but in the top lane, MKS 1 versus 3. There's the Nightmare, gonna buy even more time, and that should be a certain kill. Oh, where to go? He did get the Javelin bot at least some time ago, so making some good progress towards the Maelstrom. And Law, gotta be careful with that Diabolic Edict, and it's still lingering on the ground. Delol, with the help of the Avalanche, will be taking down the clock, but that is the first Lesh sorry, that is the second Lesh kill, actually. Sorry about that. Important that they do manage to shut him down and have 2 heroes instead of 1. 1 solo hero tanking Edict is a no-go, but maybe 2 is just what they need.
They killed him 2 times. That's already infinitely more than they managed to do in the previous game. So Unity Gaming, at least in terms of that, they should be happy, especially now considering that their Primal Beast lived. But they're still targeting him. They want him dead.
For sure. Anything that helps Jacroy get such a blitz start, we'll be happy with. And with this kill, Leshrac starting to build towards the Bloodstone. Travis will get killed off by Law in the top lane, while Salad gets burnt down by Pota 2. Knight on the chase, Tower there to help him out. Get rid of this Batrider diving under his own tower. Get the heck out of here.
Day and night difference in the mid lane this game, and that is what's making a difference, is because Jacroy's support needs to rotate to the mid lane. He needs to he needs to rotate to the mid lane, and that leaves Jacroy alone. So it's much easier for Zhao Yu to go for plays like this.
Jacroy might be dead actually here with the pulverize into trample. Zhao Yu solo kill.
And Omi is in trouble on top as well. Supports are coming to assist though.
Oh, it's not looking too good. Lina able to get a bit of distance. Womi does get the nightmare from Travis. Travis looking for the feed script. Just needs a bit to get a bit closer, but they will be able to clear it out with the tree toss and a couple hits in. Now Rubik getting bullied by the Tiny. Tiny looking for the toss. Just needs to get a bit closer. We'll get it into the feed script from Travis and get this one done and out of the way.
Can they kill him?
Salad.
Oh man, if there was no brain sap there, that Fade Bolt would have made him unable to finish off the kill, but it was there. So in the end, they do get the cleanup. Nice turnaround there from the Lina, understanding that he's probably dead, just to make sure that the Pugna dies, and then you just kind of accept your fate.
MK is still no Maelstrom ready. I have to do some jungle farming now, as that lane looks like it's more and more perilous to go to. The pressure is mounting. Looking at Edworth as well. It is the Pango who is coming out on top. So, like you said, day and night difference.
No, he's not dead.
He's fine.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
We'll see. We'll see if the Lash can go to a point where he was last time.
That's a beautiful hook shot. That's a very good hook shot because Jayu was already moving in for this one. Travis to go down first. Womi. Life drain was instantly broken there too because of the battery assault law. Got close enough. Now Poda is going to isolate the clockwork. Womi, he might fail the first drain, but he won't fail the second. And instant smoke as well.
To go for more. They just want to be fast with this one. With there not being a tier 1 on top, you can see Zhao Yu, he got a kill and he ran away. He knows that his teammates can't be there to assist, and the enemies are going to be coming in either way.
He doesn't know. The smoke popped in the tree line, so they don't even know, or he doesn't even know that there's a gang squad on his way. And a big kill for Womi. Tango ulti used on the side as well. Poda 2. Needs the help of his buddies, and he takes a very, very good pathfinding there as he goes on the edge of the ledge. Gonna get hit by another rocket here. Law looking for the hook shot, could just go in, but he wants to work his way through this Tiny first, and there we go. He finds him, but he finds the Pugna instead, but that's also a good kill. Might miss out on one core, but he's still gonna take the second, and MKS is down too with the bottom lane. Fiend Script and Jacroy.
Yep. Travis found him there. Lina probably thinking everyone was just TPing to the top lane because there was such a huge chase happening. But Spawn, they did a good job to delay that chase with the heroes that they had. So in the end, losing only one hero, and that allowed Spawn not to have to commit any more heroes there to save their buddies. And of course, saw the Lina as the superior kill. So very nice read coming out from Travis.
With all of this constant fighting as well, it feels like nobody is getting ahead of anybody.
Yep. The only problem is that Jacroy is the fastest farmer on the map.
Gonna get the stun onto Law as he walks onto the high ground. Lasso onto the Pango. 2 kills about to happen. Both for Spawn. Maybe a third as they got the slow on Rubik with the Decrepify. He does have life drain, but that ain't gonna help you when you're running away. Double for Jacroy with that fresh bloodstone.
You need to have some life to begin with if you want to drain some as well. So
yeah.
Jacroy, here's the bloodstone timing is still there. It's quite strong. He gets a couple of kills, and suddenly he was behind the Pango, and suddenly he is so far ahead of him. So even with the 3 deaths that he has experienced in this game, he's still getting to a pretty decent spot. I think this is kind of a normal game for a Lesh for him to be ahead. What we saw in the previous one is something that's not going to be happening too often, but Jacroy showing that he knows exactly what to do with the hero.
Travan's able to get rid of one. They have the hook shot available, just needs to connect it, juking around, but finally getting caught. Avalanche is there. MKS wants to get close, but Salad.
It's too deep.
Won't be able to do much except give some moral support for his friend, Knight. Now he's going in, all by himself. Shaw Yu as well. They will get the trade-off for the support Tiny. Again, considering about rolling in, but this Batrider almost has more movement speed. The Tumbler Toy into the feed script. They need to steal it. Salad will have it. He's got the change, the turnaround. Ultipoda 2, but where's your damage? Pulverize. Is it gonna be enough? He's down to 800, and now the tower is pummeling the Primal Beast as well. They gotta get out of there. Might have been a good steal, but it's not going to lead into anything except you dead. Womi with a double.
Radiant's bottom tower under
And look at the MKS and Jacroy. They're like, look at all of these fools just hitting each other. Like, why don't they farm? Why don't they just try to get rich? They're continuing to just farm completely and they don't care. MKS was even close to that fight and he just said, screw you guys, I'm going home. And he just goes back to farming.
Yeah, they're very happy just watching on the sidelines like, all right, you do you, I do I. Bit of movement from Spawn towards the bottom half of the map. Might be another fight to break loose. We already have 35 kills in 15 minutes. We're above 2 kills per minute average. Way above it.
Beautiful bait on bot.
That's with the Nightmare dodge. They will take down Law. Looking for Xiaoyu. Lol with the tree toss giving vision. They finally locate where he's going. Jacroy does have a stun available, but he will be able to move out before the Nightmare connects. Very close call.
Lina
They'll take
doesn't
the
have a
objective.
TP. Lina doesn't have a TP. The smoke would have been so good if he did finish that one, but he couldn't do it. He was in a bad position.
Rolling Thunder cancel. Toss comes out as well. Edict just ran out. Salad also steals the Pulse Nova. It doesn't matter. Salad just keeps getting blown up. With the Nether Ward on the ground as well. That Pulse Nova definitely annoying to cast. Law and Jacroy cleaning out Knight and Law, making it 4 for them. And this Lesh, again, starting to get out of hand.
Oh man, and Lina died as well on the other part of the map. It's a disaster for Unity. What happened there is they were coming with a smoke. Spawn were over diving, but Lina TP'd way too close to the enemies. So if she had finished that TP, would have just instantly died. But because of it, then you don't have the Lina, your main damage dealer. So once the Pango and the Rubik come over, even with a lot of stuns, with a lot of lockdown, there is no one to finish the enemies off. And all of this, in the end, just culminates in Lina dying on the top to the Batrider without a TP, and you just losing so many heroes on bot.
And Knight just gets blown up. From 100 to 0 in one go. Decrepify with the tiny combo into Life Drain. More than enough damage. Any core will suffer from that. They're looking at it again. They want to do it again. Decrepify is out. That's already half of his HP gone, and he's just getting sucked away. Stolen Avalanche will buy some time, but Travis closes out the kill. Aggression pays off. MKS though almost walked into Potatwig, and it seems like this Batrider is always following where the Lina's going.
Yep, before you get a BKB, you're just so easily brought down, and he's right on top of enemy vision. I'm not sure he's aware.
Meanwhile, Womi, 12, 3, and 10. He's enjoying his time. Fiend Script's been used on MKS. MKS needs some help. Xiaoyu. Oh, the lol.
Just about.
Just enough to get close enough. Buyback coming out from Salad as well as Womi trying to isolate them. Yules to cancel his ult. The hookshot comes through. Pugna to finally drop as they got the lasso. Knight slowly but surely falling into his own death. 4 heroes dead again, and Spawn. It's only been a few minutes, but look at that lead that they're starting to build. It was a 1K lead at 14 minutes. It's 8,000 4 minutes after that.
You can see that Spawn know exactly what they need to do. The Jacroy is never coming to fights unless he knows that Lina is the one being hunted. If Spawn is hunting Lina on the enemy side of the map where there's gonna be multiple heroes, he's always there to assist if needed. He's gonna be there and provide the extra damage, and this is pretty much what happened in this fight. You find the Lina, the big damage dealer on one side is out, and then everyone is kind of converging from Unity Gaming, but the Lesh is there to provide something that Unity don't have, and that is massive amounts of damage. And at that point, you're just set up to lose the fight from the start.
Now Lesh is also getting away in net worth. Already up to 13,000. Getting even better and better for Spawn. The longer it goes like this. For an entry point here, right onto the Tiny. The blade does provide a nice amount of burst there. They should be able to take this jungle back now, right?
They can take down one ward, but the other one won't be so easy.
Oh, the hook shot makes a difference here. Romy, Decrepify. Again, the life drain just continues to be broken. He needs a 4-step shot. You're getting some damage onto the Bane, and with the help of MKS, it will work out.
Oda might have to pop the BKB too.
See what goes here. There's the roll-up right in front of him. Jacroy just
The boss
deletes
is there.
Law. Okay. He is very low in mana, though. Gonna need that Bloodstone to get something back, and he does. Takes down the Rubik. Knight being chased here, and straight into the arms of Jacroy with that Diabolic Edict, which literally just ended. Jacroy up to 9 and 3 now. I even TP'd in for the kill onto the Primal Beast as well, so might as well.
Panda, I actually hate Jacroy. He is getting ultra kills, and it's feeling underwhelming to me because of what he did in the previous game. I don't know. I just can't get excited here, so it's just not fair how much he's destroying Unity Gaming now 2 games in a row.
Yeah, hot player playing on momentum. I'm wondering what's going on in comms right now, or what's going in between his head, in between his ears even.
The wages of fear.
He's probably very, very happy that that the enemies didn't respect his Lesh. We talked about Lesh being 0 and 2 at the start of the day. Jacroy showing that the hero is still very much strong,
Yeah.
very much insanely powerful. And Unity Gaming, they'll go for another smoke, but Lina is without resources. Really, the most they can do here is maybe get a couple of kills, but that's about it. They cannot win a full-on fight.
Wolmy already canceling out the charge. Onslaught doesn't take him anywhere. Rolling Thunder being used. Nice zoning avalanche as well. It is stolen by the Rubik, and they need to get a bit closer. They're still not quite getting to Wolmy. Now they do. Toss save. Feed script.
No
they might
way.
live. Wolmy's gonna regen up as well. This might be so bad as well for Unity. They need to win this fight. They're fighting with neck and claw. They will take the Bane down. Double for Xiaoyu as Poda battling off with the Clockwork. And here comes Jacroy.
Yeah, one thing also that happened is that Jacroy and Poda, they finished off the Lina. Lina stayed in the jungle to farm, and they went for a 3-man smoke on spawn. They still have really good vision in the enemy jungle, so they knew kind of exactly what Unity was up to. They first got the Lina, then they TP'd to assist their team. And also during that fight, the Pagna got a 4-staff delivered to her mid-fight. So first, saved by the 4-staff from the Tiny, then during the chase, you get a 4-staff, he gets out. It takes a long time for Unity to kill him. They get a little bit too deep, and they just lose all their heroes apart from the Primal Beast, who they're gonna lose now.
Yeah, they just set up on bottom for a beast kill, and Jacroy is also there. Of course he is there. Why wouldn't he be? They just waited for him to show up again. Suspected him to teleport to bottom. And they were already ready and waiting. MKS double 4-step, but the other one doesn't really go anywhere. Gets lifted by Sala just in the nick of time. But Poda is still on him. Batrider BKB being used as well. The cogs
smacked now.
will be held in place for at least a little bit longer. Jacroy!
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna get demoralized right now if you're Unity. That's a second before you buy the BKB on the Lina. If you have a BKB there, you turn around on the back, you crush him. But there, you could see that he was hesitant, like, where's the Lesh? Where's the Lesh? And bam, he's there. You're
Here
all
he
dead.
is.
So, yeah, it's a disaster that you die just before you buy the BKB, and now again you're gonna have to get out on the map, and there is a chance that you get caught once again.
After a performance like this, the only thing that is rolling in my head right now is the scene of Jack Nicholson as he axes down the door and he sticks his head through, and instead it's got Jacroy's face in it. And it's like, here's Jacroy.
That movie just got 10 times scarier right now.
Knight will be able to teleport away. No vision for the Fiend script for Travens. And this is a 24-minute game with Spawn having 45 kills. This is nuts.
last time around, he had a count like it's a 25-minute game, and the Lesh is having like 41-minute items. Now,
That,
it's better. He has only 38-minute items right now, so it's a lot better for Unity Gaming. We're going for a smoke, and this is the moment of truth. If you stop this Roach with the Lina BKB, you can turn the game around.
oh, let's see if they can. Oh, they've got 4 heroes caught on the spot. But Unity will be able to get one. It's Delol coming with the buyback. The lasso also into the Primal Beast. Leshrac finishes off Salad with the blink kill. And Poda rolling around in the river. Xiao Yu can only do what he can. Trample damage. Onslaught away. But Poda just blinks right next to him. Yeah, girl. Burn, baby. As he just takes down Xiao Yu. And Clockwork gone as well. And a low HP Roshan right for Jacroy. Oh, thank you. Might as well.
Yeah, exactly what he was looking for there. That's a 9-second BKB of the Lina down the drain. The thing that you were kind of relying on.
Didn't take them long to close in that gap onto Knight, and now Knight is surrounded by enemies. And that was an arcane Batrider as well, so his Blink Dagger was off cooldown much faster than the Pangos. Kept on moving around.
Good roll though from the Pango. He does stun the Bane twice, understanding that the Fiend's Grip would kill him. So very nicely done there from the Pango. He would have lost his life if he didn't roll the exact way that he did.
And on to MKS, there go Jacroy, right there, right on top of him. Make it another.
Is this the one you put your fates in? Is this the one you put your fates in? I think that's
the
what
chosen
Jacroy
one.
said here. Yeah.
He is quite a player. Quite a player, Womi has found. Maybe he went the other way around. Maybe Jacroy wanted Womi in his team. We'll find out later. Pango crawling next to a sleeping Leshrac. Can't awake NPCs. In the nighttime, Pango still gonna get killed off. Primal Beast sucked away. Life Force gone. GG Spawn 2-0. Absolute dominant performance. 2 games, 2 series in a row in these 2 days. Spawn annihilates them.
We're praising Jacroy way too much, so I found 2 mistakes that he did, so that this doesn't go to his head.
Go ahead.
Twice in a row, it was the same mistake twice in a row. He right-clicks the enemy that has been slept, and he sleeps himself. It happened in the Roche fight. It happened in the fight right now, and I can only imagine the comms being like, unsleep, 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 and the Bane is like, what the hell are you talking about? Why would I need to unsleep you? What the hell are you doing? You're a Lesh. But yeah, those were the 2 mistakes he did. He had 3 deaths in this game, but in the end, he was still beyond godlike and ended up in a 17-3. I just hope that little bit of a criticism helps this kind of a performance not go to his head, so we can see more of Jacroy just completely trashing the enemies.
Yeah, you got to balance it out somehow, at least in the end. But yeah, strong Leshrac performance, 2 games in a row. And you can see that Womi on this Pugna, he is definitely worthy of praise as well. To do 28,500 hero damage through the start of the game. We saw Womi was being a big issue. Unity was like, oh, that's a squishy hero. We can kill this guy. But how annoying it is when you're just ending up chasing a Pugna. Netherward is doing damage to you. They're trying to maybe use Tiny to avalanche to keep distance away from him. And having these 4 staffs, the itemization on this team, countering so many heroes. 5 Blink Daggers, the way to go to win Dota games by the looks of it as well. Even Bane has Tranquil Boots, Windlace, Magic Stick, and Blink.
Unity Gaming, in this game, in this series, they thought that they can come up with a solution on the spot for the strongest strat of the enemies. That's what they did. Okay, game number 1, we can say, okay, they thought they were gonna destroy them. They got surprised by the pick. That's it. The second time, they were like, yo, we're not gonna ban any of these heroes. We can just, on the spot, get an idea of how to deal with them. And they went with Clockwork, Spangles, Primal Beast. They're like, everything is there to deal with the Pugna. With the Lesh, you have burst damage for the Lesh. You have catch for the Pugna. You have good laning stage against the enemies. And still, it doesn't work out. So, for me, their takeaway should be, guys, if we are not prepared for a team, ban their best heroes in the first phase and go off of that one. Don't allow them to play their best Dota because Spawn, this way, they just look unstoppable.
Well, we have one more series to go. It's going to be with two completely different teams. One that has already played yesterday, another that is making their grand entrance today. We have Xerxia versus Purple Paradox in about 15. So we'll see you then for the last series of the day.